Okay. Alright, take two. I recorded this video a minute ago, but like I just started rambling on about the subject and like didn't really like I took up more space in my phone and than I could even like than I even had to finish the video and like so anyway, I went and deleted a whole bunch of my stuff, all my BS photos, and got organized so that I could try to go over some of these points uh, that have to do with the Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi, it's in the other room. I could go get it, but I don't know. I just like to, for me, something as delicate. I mean, it's in a case. I'll try to get to that in a minute. Something as delicate as it can possibly be should not be wandering around in my hands aimlessly or whatever, even if it's just down the hallway. But anyway, I just thought I'd leave it there and, just kind of come talk to you guys about this awesome little thing. It's called it's called the Raspberry Pi. It is a credit card sized PC. When you order it, it comes just it's like a little motherboard, a little tiny thing on board with some pieces and stuff. And you got like audio and video, I guess input, output, and you got two USB ports, and there's the port or plug for the Ethernet cable. And by the way, you guys, I'm about to get into a subject to do with technology, and forgive me for I struggle with the terminology. I say the things like talk about the things that I'm doing, like the best way I know how to talk about them. But a lot of times I'm trying to explain my points and like I don't know, it's like I don't know the right word, or I sound like a total dweeb trying to like explain what I'm doing on a computer. So anyway, totally straight from my organized list here. So let's try this again. So first on the list, average computer user. It's so easy for anybody to grasp. Like at a glance, I guess, especially for someone who's like doesn't really like do much on the computer aside of Facebooking. Um, it can seem a little like complicated, but I mean, for me personally, unfortunately, I have a little bit of I'm a little familiar with the type of environment that you are working in when you are tinkering with a Raspberry Pi. It only runs on I guess Unix or Linux distros. Don't know if I'm using that right. There's three main Linux operating systems that the Raspberry Pi runs on, but it can run on like all kinds of operating systems. I think they've even got it like okay for, does it say Windows 3? Is that real? Is that before 98? Or is that like after 98? I don't know. Let me search that. Anyway, so if you ever have, an interest in programming or, messing with servers or home security or business security, which I guess is more for home, businesses got their shit together, whatever, or automating things, just making things do things, like, this is a really good investment. There's numerous things you can do with it. It's like I said a bit ago, it comes bare, so it's just a thing. But you can order a case with it, or you can make your own case. Part of the fun, I think, with the Raspberry Pi is that it's so like customizable. I don't think that's a word. It's so like I guess it's versatile. It's not to the point where like you can. I don't think you can put more RAM in it, like more memory and stuff. But you can like, you can explain this. I still am not clear on what a USB hub is. Like I don't, so I'm not gonna get into that. But like, how would I say it? Um, for instance, like you can just get a whole bunch of Raspberry Pis, and then like you can make like a really powerful computer. Not to mention that the one the one Pi itself is pretty powerful. Like I had mine on for a while. I had a couple of things running at once. Like I was downloading things, compiling things. I was freaking like figuring things, and like it was pretty smooth. Like it didn't give me problems at all. Um, my cat even freaking totally screwed up the first time we ever booted it up from the SD card because she was being so rambunctious. She unplugged it, and it still made it just fine. Like it didn't, it wasn't even phased. Um, so, so yeah, it's I guess it's a really in-depth DIY type of project for computer nerds, um, because you can do the possibilities are endless. Um, you can do normal things on there, like get on the internet and everything once you get it all set up, but you have to be, um, you have to like, uh, you have to put the Raspberry Pi together. Like you gotta like, internally, like you gotta put it together, by, you know, um, booting off an SD card and like, typing different commands and things like that. I didn't deal with, initially getting it set up. It seemed really, really easy, but my cousin totally just took over that. Um, I, however, have been really interested in the networking and like networking security for businesses and for homes, and also like setting up servers and learning about different types of servers. I'm really interested in that, and I seem to grasp it really, really well. Um, and I chalk that up to, I give a big thanks to some of my internet friends out there, or ex-friends, current friends, I don't know, but old buddies, old pals, that you've got me familiar with a Unix type of environment, I guess is the way to put it. Um, uh, for instance, I know I've probably mentioned it like videos, I guess, back in the day, but um, being on Internet Relay Chat, or IRC, you see a lot of things, text patterns and lines and different just things you read that look very much like the type of things that you type or read on, say, a Unix operating system, Linux or whatever. Excuse my, I don't know if I already mentioned it in this video yet. Please feel free to help correct my terminology. Terrible at trying to like talk about these things, which I guess people were like, why are you making a video then? But I was really inclined to make this video because I was just, I was just so amazed at how easy uh, it is to do anything on there. Like, things I thought that I would never freaking be able to like get my hands into, especially to do with like servers and stuff. Um, I never thought I'd be able to actually like really apply any of the stuff people tried to teach me, or that I thought I was learning or was trying to learn. And the Raspberry Pi makes it uh, just incredibly easy to just dive right into. And I mean, the tutorials are very clear. You just follow directions, and then you go. And then troubleshooting's a little iffy, but I've managed to swim my way out of deep waters. So anyway, there's easily over 20 things that you can do with this device. Servers, of course, and there's all kinds of different servers. You can even make a Minecraft server. I don't know if you can do that on a lot of things. I guess you can. I don't know. Maybe a game emulator.